Bow wow.
Welcome to DogStar. We are Sun Dogs, and we're sitting down with the one, the only, PESOZUH.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. We're excited to get a peek behind the curtain.
Exactly. The first one in, well, we'll uncover all this later, but we got to know you through the For Really collective. I don't know if you guys parted ways or...
Nah, man, no. We're working on something right now. We're just trying to keep it private for right now, but yeah.
We'll loosen you up and then start coming for your secrets. Yeah, all right. Well,
let's hop in the time machine.
Okay.
Let's
go all the way back. So you're doing a bunch of stuff when it comes to like the entertainment industry these days. You're doing the fashion, you're doing the songs, you guys are putting visuals, and you guys like performing live, which I like to see. But where did that all come from? Like, when can you remember first, like, being like, man, being an entertainer would be...
Well, I knew that I wanted to do something like this, like 10 years old, recording like Minecraft, Call of Duty, like on an Android phone, like propping it up to like record the TV.
Like the gameplay?
Yeah. Like middle school, they would give us like Chromebooks to do homework with. I would like screen record, playing like laptop games, stuff like that. Tried to be a streamer. Then I started making music like 3-4 years ago with my collective partner Angelo, and took a little break because our music was terrible. But you got to start somewhere. Then I drop a song, get some local and internet traction.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, drop another one that gets more traction. Another one. Then we have a show. It's just like on top of each other. So
just kind of snowball
the momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where did it start when you were 10? What kind of music were you listening to? What kind of...
Well, when I was young, I wasn't really listening to music. It's like my parents was. And I was just... Yeah, they would listen to T.I., Jeezy, stuff like that. When I started listening to music on my own, it was like X, Ski Mask, Slump God, Lil Pump. Like when that era started to come around, like 21 Savage, Lil Uzi Vert, Speaker Knockers, stuff like that. So
that's cool. Were either of your parents musical at all, or in the entertainment industry, or
no.
into video games, or where are you getting your influences from?
My uncle.
Oh, okay.
I would spend the night at my uncle's house. He had an Xbox 360, just a bunch of like J-tagged games on there, just playing all the time. So I think that's where it started, yeah.
That's cool. It's good to have, somebody to take you under their wing, kind of show you what the cool stuff is.
Were your parents supportive when you started doing music, or they kind of rolled their eyes?
They was really just like, okay, you're going to do it. We're going to let you do it as long as you have a plan B, and then you show us that, like, you're like getting somewhere, like you're not just like spending your youth on nothing. But then I showed them like, look at these shows, like look at this, look at that, and I have a plan B. So yeah, they are supportive.
That's huge.
That is cool. Yeah. Where did you grow up? Where did all this early experimentation take place?
I grew up like I was in my grandma's house a lot, like around New Hope, Crystal, in Brooklyn Center a lot.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
What did you end up doing any like music stuff in school, or like writing stuff in school?
Play the recorder?
Yeah. Okay. So 4th grade, I was in orchestra.
Oh,
I played the violin.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah. 5th grade, I played the trumpet. I switched to band.
Okay. How come? Because the teacher? Or?
I just got tired of... Well, I just... Not really tired of it, but I just wanted to like learn different stuff too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Seize the day.
Switch to the trumpet. Now you're in band.
I tried to get into like playing like guitar, like electric guitar, but I don't know. It just wasn't really my thing. I couldn't learn it.
Because are the fingerings at all similar on the violin, or is it because it's the neck's so much longer?
I think it was just so awkward to play. I think I might try again, though.
That'd be sick.
So
definitely
playing the guitar on the stage.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, that's the dream. I can't do two things at once. I swear. It's like
And
I'll
so,
forget.
was it trumpet in like grade 6, 7, 8, or how long did you stick with the trumpet?
I think 5th and 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade, I mainly focused on like what could I do to be like a entertainer. I think that's when I started like making like YouTube videos and trying to stream and stuff.
Oh, with video
So I
games
kind of
and
like
stuff.
gave up on that for a little bit.
Right. Okay. An interesting shift. Did you ever return back to the music through school, or again, more still focused on the streaming?
Yeah, still really focused on the streaming. I think now, since there's so much like free time, and I don't only want to like be associated like with rap music, I want to travel like different genres of music. So maybe drop just like instrumentals, like just making like music.
Yeah. That is sweet. Do you think like your streaming persona supersedes your rap persona at this point, or would you want it to kind of be the hub that you're like reaching out on everything, or don't you really stream anymore?
I don't really stream anymore, but if I could see myself getting back into it. I don't want to be like a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like known for like doing different stuff. I don't just want to be like, oh, he's a entertainer or he's a musician, or I want to be like an entrepreneur, like everything.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like when you're talking about the instruments too. It's just like, no, I would rather at least be able to try as many as I can before saying that, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
I mean, pick the trumpet back up, release a jazz album. That'd be sick.
We're going to have to see.
Hey, you never know. I mean, I know you're trying to keep the upcoming stuff under wraps, so you never. I personally, as a fan, don't know what's on the horizon next, so I'm excited.
So what was like your first song that you dropped, like, or performed or released? I don't know which came first.
The first song I ever dropped, I had a friend named Donovan. Well, he's still my friend today. And we made this song, I think it was called Move. But we just like, there was an app that we could like record on our phones.
Oh, sick.
And like we didn't even use like a microphone to plug in. Like we was just talking
into the
phone and just made it. And we thought that it was some heat, and we just dropped it. Had like 20 plays, or like we're famous.
Exactly.
And did you guys have a group name even temporarily, or what did you drop it under? What artist was it?
It was on my SoundCloud.
Okay, tight.
And was it PESOZUH from the beginning?
Peso has always been like my nickname. Got it from like the gaming, because we was like in a clan, but able to be in the clan, you had to have like a 4-letter name. And the clan was ZUH. It was ZUH. And ZUH it stood for Zooted Up Ho. But I don't even smoke. But it was like Bape ZUH, then PESOZUH.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
what were you guys playing back then?
Caught like Black Ops 3 every day.
Cool.
Black Ops
every
3
day.
every day. Like skip school to play Black Ops 3.
What level did you get to?
I think I got to like Prestige Master.
Whoa.
I don't think I ever got to level 1,000 though.
Okay.
But music name, it was first it was just Peso.
Yeah.
Then it was Peso, like UHH Peso.
Okay.
Then, because since I wanted to do different stuff, I wanted it to be all under one thing. So it was either I made my streaming name Peso, or I made my rap name PESOZUH. So I asked the guys like, what sounds better? And it was like PESOZUH. It sounds way better. So
nice.
And that's
all of them. We're hoping there's gonna be some embarrassing ones along the way, like early ones, like Lil something.
Man.
Yeah, no.
Can you remember what the app was called?
I can't. It was something like BandLab, but I don't think it was BandLab, because I think BandLab's starting to get popular now, but it was something like that though.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Did you ever do like get more into production or anything like that with like making beats?
I did. I have a few songs that are gonna come out soon that I produced.
Nice. What
Yeah.
are you? What program are you using to make the beats?
I'm trying to get into FL Studio. Trying to get into FL Studio. Just using presets and stuff on there is like the whole thing is just so challenging. But
for real, yeah, I hear it's just like find one of them, whether it's Pro Tools or Fruity Loops or Logic.
Logic, yeah.
Just pick one because it's like you gotta stick with it for a long time to learn everything, and it's just a matter of time.
So you said upcoming tracks. There's some that are self-produced. Are any of your previous release tracks self-produced or even co-produced?
Cocaine, Controller Players and Cocaine 2 with Angelo. That's out.
Yeah,
I helped make that beat. Yep.
Sick. In Fruity Loops as well?
I made it with I had a friend named Kyle, and we was in his basement.
Okay.
I don't know what he used because I really like wasn't into beat making back then.
Mm-hmm.
We made the beat, and we made it 2 years ago, and this was still when I was trying to develop my sound.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on break. I worked at Taco Bell, and I sent it to Angelo, and he sent it back in like an hour. And I'm listening to it in the back, and I'm like, bro, this is
like with his verse on it?
Yes. I'm like, bro, this is one of the hardest things you made, bro. So then 2 years later, this year, I'm going through my files and I find it. I'm like, bro, we're about to make this a hit. So
that's awesome.
That's the.
Was there ever a?
I was just gonna say that's the power of music. It's the longevity. No wonder we're singing these songs from 50 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I already had the time test built in. It's already 2 years old and still good. What was there a one? Was there a part one to that? I'm looking on your Spotify and
there was, but no, it won't come out.
Had to cut it off. Yep. I mean, it's all a matter of where you want to start. Always your new stuff's gonna sound like better. Like there's gonna be a progression. So you gotta decide when you're gonna leave it up. But it's totally understandable taking your early stuff off if it's not up to the standard of what you want to present yourself as.
While we're still kind of in the high school years, I wanted to ask if there was any English teacher, band teacher that like encouraged the lyric writing, if that's your process, if you even write.
I don't. What I do is I just replay the beat over and over, and I'll just like freestyle, mumble, whatever, try to get a flow, and I'll lay something down, replay that over and over, mumble, freestyle, then put some behind that, and then it just goes from there. Yeah,
I like that style. That's rewarding, I'd say, similarly to writing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Keeps you more in the moment.
I think you're the first artist we had on here talk about that, like mumble to get the flow or whatever, like scatting, some people will call it, just to like get the melody without the words yet. And that's working well for you. It seems like these songs are pretty fun.
Thank you.
Like sculpting the verse out of a chunk of clay or a chunk of stone.
Yeah, exactly.
Slowly, line by line. I like that.
Yeah, what's your recording situation like these days compared to doing it on the phone?
Well, my biggest song, Zoned Out, was recorded on a phone.
You're blowing my mind right now. Yeah, that's some Wheezy type stuff.
I had and the thing is, I had a laptop and a HyperX mic, or like right there, but I had my iPhone XR, Apple headphones. I hooked up the one that had the mic connected to it, like on my real mic, and I was like talking into the mic, like from the Apple headphones.
So you got to get sponsored by Apple or something.
I was saying.
This is perfect, yeah.
And that's back in 2022, last year. Zoned Out, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I did not know it was recorded on the iPhone. You're blowing my mind. And so now is it like home studio, or do you get the Four Really folks have a good spot?
Yeah. How did the Four Really collective even get together? How did that happen?
Yeah, you go to school with Angelo?
Well, we've all been friends like for years. Well, couple years, 3, 4, maybe 5. It's me, Angelo, Kayak's Kill, our producer Adam, Dead 30s, and then Deoxys. And me and Deoxys have been friends for around 6 years. Me and Angelo, we wasn't even really friends at first because there was my group, like LF, which is like a friend group. It stands for La Familia.
Okay.
And there was like another friend group of people that made music at the school named called Trapland. And Angelo was in Trapland, but we didn't really like have beef or anything.
Right.
But you just didn't intentionally socialize or make music together?
Yeah. And then both groups kind of like died down. And then we just like became friends from there. But we just became a collective because we was just sending music to each other like, oh, hop on this. Do you think this beat is good? Like, oh, where do you get your beats from?
Sick.
And then I was like thinking of making like a group one day. But I think the hardest part was just coming up with the name.
I feel
like,
that.
For really, like
everybody's
just like,
got to agree on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people don't care.
Yeah, some people don't care. Some people care a lot. It's how'd you end up landing on one? Did you have to pick straws or what?
No, just for really like for real, like keep it real, like solid, like just simple as that, like 4R, 4L,
Right.
like for really for life, like just like a solid friend group. So yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, what's your guys's? Do you meet up in person or is it all over like a group chat or?
We do have a group chat. We meet up occasionally. And you know the funny thing is we was just talking about that like a week or two ago, how we all have not like been in the same spot like a lot. Like we talk about like us like setting up like group sessions, like we all lock in, work on maybe a project or something like that.
In person or digitally?
Yeah,
okay.
In person.
Yeah, just to kind of feel the physical vibrations of each other and get something cool made.
But even if you've only spent thinking about gameplay, even if you've only spent 8 hours with them total, you know, I'm sure it's more than that. But if it sounds like it's a mixture of digital correspondence and meeting up to get the creative juices flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys come out with a lot of good stuff with the system you've got right now. So it's like you don't need to meet up in order to make good music, which shows. What's like, oh shoot, we only got like 20 seconds left before this first break. Your social media is PESOZUH on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Find them on Spotify. You can follow the show, DogStar Podcast.
We'll be back here after the break talking about the evolution of For Really and the music making process. Right after this, DogStar.
Bow wow. Bow wow.
Welcome back. DogStar. Sundogs sitting down with PESOZUH, talking about, after we're talking about the For Really Collective. After you guys settled on a name, how did it evolve? Was everyone trying to do multiple jobs, and did it kind of everyone settled into their roles, or the early days? Tell us about that of the For Really Collective.
Well, For Really, we made sure specifically that there was like no role for real, like no big bro, little bro, like like that, like
president.
Everyone was equal. Like even though I'm the one that created it, I don't look down on nobody or like listen or like make this song. No, I don't do none of that. We did get somebody to handle like our shows and stuff.
Okay.
Because at this time, like I'm in trade school as well. And it was too much. Like making music, trying to figure out our shows and school. So I got my friend Braden to get our shows. He's the one who hooked us up with our first show, him and Angelo.
Sweet. Tell us about that first show.
Where was that at?
Our first show, it was nothing crazy. It was in like the backyard of a house.
I think I've seen footage of that. That was crazy. You can't say that wasn't crazy. They were moshing. And
there was
like 50 people there, 70 people there.
Yeah, I finished zoned out, and I think it was Angelo. He grabbed me. He was like, bro, there was people punching each other in the mosh pit. I was like, merch.
The power of music. Isn't that? What did you feel when you heard that?
I was like, I wish I would have seen it.
Yeah,
totally.
I wish I would have seen it because that's like, obviously I don't want people to like hurt each other, but
yeah.
I want people to like go crazy. Like
Yeah,
if I'm
express
performing,
themselves.
like, yeah.
So yeah, sorry to cut you off.
Was that your first time performing or on a stage, or with band where you're used to kind of being
No,
the center of attention?
that was our first time performing, like in general, like all of us.
And you personally, first time like on the stage, feeling all those eyes on you, feeling that funny, addictive feeling, that adrenaline.
Man, it was like blood rushing.
Yeah.
I was nervous, like to the build up, like going there.
Yeah.
But once I was there and I really like understood, like they're here to like see me perform,
Mhm.
like my ego just kind of went up and it like all the nervousness like just left.
That's huge. So you didn't like black out on stage of nervousness or anything. That's
No.
cool. That's huge to be able to experience moments like that.
Yeah.
What was like? How'd you guys prepare for that show? Was there like rehearsal beforehand, or is it just listening to the songs together? Or?
Man, we didn't get to rehearse, sadly, which I think it would have been better. Even though it was good, I think it would have been better if we could have rehearsed. We kind of just figured out like, okay, we have this much time. Who's performing? We all agreed that it was me, Angelo, and Kai, because our music was like the most like known.
Okay.
Get people hyped. I was like, are y'all sure? Like, y'all can perform? They was like, no, you guys got it. We made the music. Like, okay, you're gonna go. Then this song. And since both of you guys are on this song, you guys perform, and then now transition to his part of the set, and then stuff like that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And after that show, I mean, you didn't get neighbors didn't complain or anything because I mean, it was a wild show. Again, from the photos and I think the Instagram videos I've seen of it.
And it was so because the people before us was like a rock band.
Right.
Okay,
A real rock band.
With the instruments and everything.
Yeah. And I was like, I hope that they like, even though they came like for us too, like I hope that we could do good.
Mm-hmm.
But our music is kind of like hard and like real like bass metal stuff like that.
Gritty,
so.
similar to rock.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Fits right in. The crowds can vibe off the set. It's the same energy for sure. Yeah, that's dope, man. Totally lost my train of thought.
I was gonna ask or mention that before the show you had brought up not shying away from any genre. And we had talked about maybe releasing the jazz album. Is there a genre you wouldn't feel comfortable experimenting with, at least? Maybe not releasing an album with, but that you wouldn't feel comfortable experimenting with?
Probably country music.
Country?
Yeah.
So you do a little opera before country?
Yes.
I feel like the dollar signs will just call your name one day.
Man.
Turn into a
you gotta
Christian
try it
country
every-
singer.
Yeah, you gotta try it all.
I'll do EDM, jazz,
Nice.
like just like like acoustic music,
Yeah.
country.
Would you do a rock album? Or like
Yes.
be the lead singer of a rock band if offered? Or a super group, let's say.
100%. 100%. I'll make a rock album.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that'd be exciting. A lot of artists aren't that open to other genres, so it's really good to hear that you are.
I feel like I listen to a lot of different genres of music.
So influenced by a lot of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
And then just in case I wanted to like go into a different genre as well. I think it's better as an artist. Like even if you only make rap or you only make country, I feel like it's better if you listen to like multiple genres anyway.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
That's very smart. That's solid advice.
Yeah, who were you listening to on the drive over?
I don't know. My girl was playing the music, honestly.
Alright.
So
Something good. It's good to have people in your life with good taste in music too, because then you find new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I was
her
going to
taste in music.
ask, you're more of a single artist when it comes to releasing projects. Are you a fan of albums, or you're more of a fan of singles as a consumer?
I feel like starting off, or like, I feel like when you're starting off as an artist, drop singles. That would be the best. Promote your singles like on TikTok, Instagram Reels. Get your friends to listen to it. Because if you're dropping a bunch of music like at once and you don't not even like fans or supporters, but like if you don't have a solid group of people to like that's listening to your music and giving you feedback, like, oh, track number 7, I don't think that it was mixed that well or anything like that, then it's a bunch of like songs that could have been crafted so much better with the feedback.
Yeah, and dropping singles gives you that chance to kind of
Yeah.
hone in on one thing versus
Yeah.
dropping 9 tracks at the same
Yeah, like
time.
you drop a single, somebody may tell you, oh, I think like the preset that you used on this song, it didn't go with that beat. Or don't be so close to the mic, or don't yell, whatever. You can use that on the next song.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to ask you about performing live. So performing live is one way to make money. It's a good way to make money as a artist. And then there's like the streaming or like the online aspect of it, selling something online. You've had a little taste of both of those now. Which one do you think you like better? Do you like, because it seemed like you guys were having a lot of fun live.
Man, I love performing. I
And,
love
like,
it.
Yeah, from my small perspective, I would suggest you guys to get your merch game up and then just like hit shows, hit parties just like that, and like sell shirts. Because you guys will make bank compared to streaming or whatever.
Yeah, even the backyard parties, the basement parties. Oh, yeah.
Man.
Heck yeah.
Performing, I think that's like the most like blood rushing thing like I ever done. Like,
you never like sky dove or scuba dove or...
Nah, but it's like seeing so many people like getting like lit, having fun to like art that you created. Like,
it's a powerful thing.
Like I made this song like I made Zoned Out on an iPhone, and now there's like 100 people like jumping and punching each other to that song.
Yeah,
it's a good feeling.
I mean, there's nothing like it. What are some dream venues, whether it be locally or nationally or internationally, that you'd love to play, like Budokan or Carnegie Hall? Or...
And this isn't really small, but I want to start off something small, like not start off, but like the Armory, like in here.
Right.
Yeah, just because I've seen like Cardi, Sofago, like I've just seen people perform at the Armory.
Right.
I want to perform at the Armory.
I mean, get your pyrotechnics, get the flames blasting.
The O2 Arena, it's in, I believe, London.
Okay.
I believe. I don't know if that's the name of the arena. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I want to perform there.
Have you traveled abroad?
Sadly, I have not.
I haven't either.
But I need to, because when all this is done, whatever I like plan on doing and I retire, I want to live in Europe, though.
Sick.
Yeah.
That'd be the move.
And cool old stuff.
And these are venues that hold thousands of people. And I think, moving a room of thousands of people, like you're saying, with art you create. I can't imagine that feeling. I would assume amplified of being on stage, but thousands of people.
Very true. I think we owe your fans some history stuff. So I want to just run through the songs you got on Spotify right now. If you could just kind of tell us what these songs like mean to you.
Okay.
I think that'd be kind of fun. So we got Zoned Out, Off the Phone. We already kind of talked about that. Yeah. So that's just like tell us a little bit about that. What do you feel when you listen to that song?
Zoned Out, I feel like that's my like lucid dreams song, like Juice WRLD Lucid Dreams. I feel like that's my lucid dreams, like got me like a little bit of traction online and locally, which is good.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. I think it has around like, I don't want to say the wrong estimate, but like 30 to 40K on Spotify alone.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It's good because on Spotify you can see like how many people like have your song in your like in their playlist, and you can just scroll like down and down. So yeah.
What's a country that surprised you that was listening to it?
I think every country. I think not a country, but Australia.
Okay.
That continent.
I think it's both a country and a continent.
Australia surprised me a lot.
Bumping it down under.
You never know, man. There's a lot of crossover with the music. The Australian musicians are popular in the U.S. and vice versa. And then we had Out the Mud with Angelo, the longtime collaborator.
Man, Out the Mud. We made that together. We was both there. We just locked in, made it. I didn't think it was that good when we first made it. I still think that my verse could have been better on it.
Okay.
Angelo is like such a talented like artist that it's like you put a verse on a song and then like you're like, okay, this is fire. You send it to Angelo and then you send it back and it's just like it's a classic.
Right.
So I'm playing Out the Mud to people. They're like, you got to drop it. You have to. I did. And I got a lot of good feedback on it. So
nice. I mean, it takes you got to be able to swallow your pride a little bit sometimes. If your friend writes a better verse than you, sometimes because some people just bury that song.
Yeah,
and it's like that's not right.
I know so many people that do that. As long as my friends eat, then we all eat. So
right.
yeah,
very admirable that you would still put the song out, and it's cool that you're still working together to this day. So it really shows. Next one I got, so that this we're up to, because you only got songs from last year on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I
found a few on SoundCloud as well.
Yeah, we hunted around. We sniffed some out. You want to talk about some of those?
I was going to try and do it consecutively. So yeah, Zoned Out the Mud, then I think Kill Leader featuring Oamiri. Featuring Oamiri, which came out, according to my research, in April of last year. Also a little bit about that and that collab.
Kill Leader. I met Oamiri at a Playboi Carti concert.
Sick.
And we exchanged socials. It's like, yeah, we got to lock in with each other. That was like the November of 2021.
Okay.
April of 2022. Looking around on YouTube, free for profit beats.
Right.
Found a beat for Kill Leader. I was like doing the little freestyle method on YouTube, like listening to the beat, rewinding it. But I think the beat was so long and I didn't want to go the full way.
Right.
So I was like, okay, who can I get on here
to fill the space?
I have so many. I still do to this day. I have so many unreleased songs with Angelo. I was like, okay, let me find somebody else. And I remembered that I'm still in contact with Oamiri. So I'm like, I'm about to send you this song. Like, I need you to spaz on it.
Do what you do.
Yeah, sent it to him. He sent it back. I'm listening to it. I think he sent it back at like 10 in the morning. I dropped it right there.
Oh,
right
sweet.
there. Yeah.
That's nice. What are you using to drop your songs?
Like on all plats.
Yeah,
I use
like
DistroKid.
Cool.
DistroKid.
Yeah, we've heard a few artists using that. You like that? No problems, or
yeah, I think. Well, I really haven't tested anything out, but I'm very comfortable on DistroKid. I don't plan on like switching anytime soon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
After that came Controller Players and Cocaine 2 featuring Angelo in May of last year. And I mean, that's a vibe in itself. Tell us a little bit about what was going on when y'all made that. Was that another YouTube beat or?
No. So that was the one that me and my friend like we made it. Yeah.
And can you remember what your contributions were? Were you like, oh, we need a...
Well, I knew that we needed the Carti sample.
Okay.
I knew that we needed the Carti sample. There's a clip in the beginning of this streamer playing Fortnite, and he like smashed his keyboard, did something.
Oh, no.
I was like, I don't care. Like, that's what we did in the first one. I was like, I don't care how we get it on there.
Yeah.
I need that sample on there.
Yeah.
The Carti, like the beat. At this time, I didn't know how to make it, but I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I knew I wanted the doon, doon, doon. Yeah.
And then you just kind of did that, and he transferred it into the...
Yeah, and we're just throwing ideas at each other, and then the beat just became what it is now.
That's fun. That sounds fun.
After that, I've got Numb.
No.
From June of 2022. And again, this is on SoundCloud and not Spotify. Is there a reason for that? Sample clearance or?
I just didn't think that I wanted that song on all plats. I don't know why. I think because I was listening to it a couple of days ago, I think it might be a little bit too late. Maybe I might still put it on all plats, but that song was supposed to be on Angelo's project. He's dropping a project called Angelo 2.
Okay.
But he gave it to me. But then we made another song that I can't really talk about because it's going to be on his project. And he was like, "You want this one?" I was like, "Yeah." So
that's not the Ain't Taking 'Em, is it?
No.
Because that also came out with Angelo around June of 2022.
Yep, that's we used the artist Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky. Yeah, we used one of his beats for that. So what happened is while I'm making like a remix to the Lucky song, he sent me like his part to the same Lucky song.
No way.
But
coincidence.
I thought that he was sending it to me to hop on, so I just put my part of the song on there and then sent it back. He was like, "Bro, I was just like asking, does it sound good? But since you put like your part on there and this is a hit,
sorry. We'll talk about this when we come back. This is DogStar. Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar. Sorry for the abrupt ending. Talking about Ain't Taking 'Em featuring Angelo.
Yep. So
with PESOZUH.
I was making my part. He just randomly sent an open verse like of the exact same beat that I'm using. I just put my part on there, sent it back. He was like, "Oh, I just wanted to know if like the hook was good, but since you put your verse and it's fire, I'm just gonna put the hook at the end and we just gonna drop it."
Oh, so whoa! Right then and there.
Yep.
Boom. Another one.
After that, I believe we got Money Bigger from July of 2022.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that one.
Money Bigger. If you check the songs that I've dropped, like Zoned Out, Kill Leader, all that is way like harder type of music. And I wanted to make something just like catchy, like some chill stuff. Like you could just listen to it casually.
Totally.
And I felt myself like branching out, like kind of like making myself uncomfortable, but I feel like you have to make yourself uncomfortable when you're making music.
Totally.
To make like the best kind of music.
Yeah, was there any hesitation before dropping that song then? Because it was so different?
I do now, but I didn't like making music like that. Like if it wasn't like on hard 808s, and I'm just like just rapping, like spitting on there, I didn't really want to make it. And I passed that song around like, "Is this good?" They was like, "Yeah, it's good." And like people was telling me that it was good, but I still had like doubt, like, I don't like it. But then I listened to it a couple times. I'm like, all right, we're just gonna drop it, see how the people that listen to my music take it, and then they thought that it was good.
That's dope. Yeah, whole nother level unlocked. And now you can, hopefully feel comfortable exploring whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that song, it just taught me like to just like branch out. And I really like had like a moment of self-awareness. Like if I don't make myself uncomfortable and I'm like staying in this one lane, I can't like get as big as I want to. Yeah.
That's a huge hurdle to get over.
You can always remember that from that song too now.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then what's the next one?
I think Self-Love also in July of 2022.
Yep. That song, I was listening to, I think it's Not 3, Not 2 by an artist called Autumn.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted to make a song similar to that, like a chill song, but a rap song. So I have a homie called Lazzy, a producer.
Okay.
And he makes like beats for YouTube. But I sent him this beat that I wanted, and I was like, "Can I use it? Like, drop it on everything. Can I use it?" And he was like, "Let me hear the song first."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I made it, sent it to him, and he was just like, "Go ahead."
Cool.
And I think that, other than Zoned Out, that I I've never heard anybody say that was a bad song, which made me like feel good.
Yeah.
So that and Money
Validating.
Bigger, those made me feel like, okay, if I branch out and not make like hard stuff, it'll still be good.
Yeah.
It'll still be good. And then the self-love one, I knew that it was good. And I think self-love taught me that, like, self-love and Money Bigger taught me that, like, you don't need to, like, ask people if your music is good. If you think your music is good, then drop it. Bro.
Right.
Like, now, I don't even ask people. Like, I don't send my music to people for
feedback and stuff.
If I think it's fire, I'm dropping it. And if people don't like it when it's dropped, oh well, you don't got to listen to it.
Yeah, they'll catch up.
That's
Or it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, that's great advice. Just because I know so many artists, myself included, where self-doubt is the biggest obstacle.
Yeah, it is.
That overbearing doubt in yourself. Yeah. If it's dumb, drop it. Don't second guess it.
Exactly.
It's big advice I'm going to have to take for sure.
Yeah, that is great. Great advice.
After that, I believe came You're a Loser, LOL, featuring Oamiri again.
To me, I think that's one of the most different songs I have, like including songs that are in the vault. At a time, Oamiri was in For Really.
Oh, okay. A brief tenure.
What happened? Why they came up?
I don't know. He just was getting in a lot of altercations within the group, and
counterproductive.
Yeah. And I don't look at For Really like a business or anything like that. It's literally a friend group, and it's like, if you're not vibing with us, then you're not in the friend group.
You gotta go.
Yeah, but I sent it to him. He sent it back. I didn't know a name for it, so You're a Loser. LOL. Yeah, just thought of something fast.
I always love learning where the titles of songs come from.
Yeah.
Because I always think it's one thing, but then it's another thing. I love that.
Yeah. But he is good for some bars, regardless if he's good for the crew or not.
No, he is a good artist. He is a good artist, yeah.
For real. Yep. Cannot deny that.
And then another collaboration in August of 2022, Fleek 1X with Nina, or My Ricks.
Yeah. That's a good song.
That song is catchy. It's very catchy.
Yeah.
Man, I made my verse at lunch in school, like on break. Made it, sent it to him, like in school. I think took a couple of days because he was working on his project as well.
Okay.
He sent it back. I played it in the car, and I was like, yes, this is it. So
wow. Yeah. The speed, I guess I won't say speed, but the efficiency in which a lot of your songs and collaborations.
I think
it's impressive.
If I find a beat, like listening to the beat, putting it in key, all that, I think I can make like a full like 2 to 3 minute song in like 40 minutes.
Okay.
40 minutes.
That's like some Prince, Michael Jackson stuff. I need to make this now, or else someone across town, one of the other For Really people, will make it on the same beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The coincidence will be someone else will make it if I don't make it, type of thing. That's impressive.
Thank you.
After that, I've found Upside Down Diamonds, also with Angelo.
Okay.
Which came out in December of 2022. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Or
excuse me, Damantis et la Nerveuse.
Yes. Okay, so I have an album coming out called Katana Ramani.
Sweet.
Okay.
And now I think, and I'm surprised at this because I haven't dropped a song in a while, but there's still like constant people like in my Instagram requests or on Snapchat like asking me, when am I gonna drop music? So
fiending for it.
I just felt like I had to drop something. So I dropped a 2-pack EP, one with Angelo, and I dropped Zoned Out 2 with Dead 30s.
Yes. And also in December of 2022, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be on the upcoming project. What you're hinting at, or that's...
There's Controller Players and Cocaine 3. Will be on Katana Ramani.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's dope. Dabbling on the production again on that, or
We're just gonna have to see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
With the visuals and maybe some music video for this upcoming project, are you directing? Are you stepping behind the camera at all, writing the screenplay for it? If you're doing any music videos for the upcoming album or upcoming project?
Not for Katana Romani as far as I know right now. There is a music video coming out for Numb with Angelo.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what roles do you have in that?
I think I want to direct it. We have everything going down. We have the right locations that we want.
Tight.
sweet?
We met a guy at our first show named Cole. He's a videographer.
Sweet.
We're still in touch with him. We're trying to just figure out when we're all free because we're all just so busy.
I can
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah,
The scheduling's got to be rough with what 4, 5, 6.
man.
The numbers. Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah, what are your directing influences? What movies or shows do you like? Or what's shot well, do you think?
I think
Or even music videos.
music videos. I like in a music video aspect. I kind of like retro theme, like not high quality, kind of like pixelated VHS, like
Oh, yeah.
aesthetic type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever shoot with a VHS camera and then transfer it digitally
If I can
and
get
cut
my
it
hands
up?
on one, I definitely will.
Yeah, I bet Cole would love that.
Mm.
That'd be
Doing the
sweet.
old school stuff.
Like like simplistic like skateboard videos.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Totally. Fisheye,
Yes.
VHS. I like that a lot.
That's sweet. Yeah. I lost my train of thought again.
No
I'm so
worries. I was
sorry.
gonna ask if there's any big shows on the horizon, maybe to coincide with the dropping or the release of the new project, upcoming project. Excuse me.
There is a show, but I don't really want to say too much about it because I don't know if it's finalized.
Yeah,
yet.
no worries.
Yeah,
no
no
worries.
biggie. Keep,
Mhm.
But
keep your
hopefully
secrets.
getting back on the stage soon.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be so fun.
Yeah. How has your music making process changed from when you started compared to now?
I take it so much more serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like zoned out. I feel like I was just saying stuff like, oh, this rhymes. This
Right.
rhymes. I'm just gonna put it on there. But now I'm trying to make stuff that like will get stuck in people's heads.
Mhm.
Like how my cadence mixed with the flow of the beat and like what to say. And I just don't want to say like a bunch of garbage. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like J. Cole or anything like the most lyrical person either. But I just
Right.
don't want to say a bunch of like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the only connection is that it rhymes. Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, obviously it's the art you're making. Would you ever do a comedy song or a parody of your own song, or do you take it so seriously?
No, I definitely will. I
Okay.
will.
do the Weird Al version of your own song.
Mhm.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun. Or
Yeah,
that
that'd
becomes
be
the new birthday or the new Christmas song. Just switch the lyrics.
Yeah.
I did want to ask you before we have to wrap up here in like 6 minutes about Sanctioned, the clothing.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? A clothing brand,
Yeah.
a clothing line,
Yep.
Fashion magnate.
fashion line? Yeah.
Yep. Sanctioned is a clothing brand that I'm gonna be dropping very soon. I can't give out a specific date yet, but yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are making clothes, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's clothing brand, but a lot of it is the same.
Yeah.
And like full zip ups, graphic tees, things of that nature. And I've been planning on making a clothing brand. I like fashion.
Cool.
My brand isn't going to be like Dior or anything yet, but it's definitely going to stand out for sure.
Yeah, it's not just going to be zip up hoodies and t-shirts.
Yeah.
Right.
No, trying to change the game. That's interesting.
What
How-
was the draw to that? Why was it you could do it better or?
No, I've always been like, well, since like middle school and high school, I've always been into fashion, and I've wanted like one of my like alleys to like make clothes or make shoes, something like that. But this has been in the works for a while, at least like in my head, like since like August or July of last year.
Wow.
But I've really been focusing on like what manufacturers have high quality material, what designs can I use that like stand out,
Mm-hmm.
the name of my brand, stuff like that.
Totally. Yeah. How do you think the clothing design like complements or contrasts from your like career so far? Do you think it kind of goes with it, or do you think it's kind of like separate?
It'll definitely sanctioned. When you look at the brand PESOZUH and then you look at the brand sanctioned, you will definitely see a lot of similarities.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps Sanctioned will be making PESOZUH merch in the near future.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Collab with really,
collab.
definitely.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. I mean, have you ever considered doing the old fashion week here in the Twin Cities? Or would you keep it more gear versus like Dior?
I definitely want it to be like Fashion Week, yeah.
Straight up.
I don't want it to really, like, we can use the term merch, but I really want it to be like something big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, I can picture perhaps a pseudo pleather windbreaker, a smoker's jacket or something.
Definitely in the future, yeah.
And just because of the style of this interview, how we're trying to get like the in-depth, like, you know, fun facts for all the fans, are we missing any ways that you expressed yourself in the past? Because it's like we got the music, we got the clothing. Were you ever like writing or like doing anything?
Illustrating?
Yeah.
I tried to teach myself how to draw.
Okay.
But I feel like making music and making clothes is the best way that I can like express myself, because I feel like the average person, you can tell a lot about somebody, like about like the music that they listen to. And I feel like the same thing goes with the artist. Like you can tell a lot about them, like the music that they make, their wordplay, like the terms that they use, like in songs. And with my clothes, it's like my art. It's literally art.
Totally.
Yeah.
Wearable art, listenable art, and
Definitely relatable.
Yeah, come out with
everybody's wearing something.
Yeah.
Right. Come out with a fragrance. Come out with some rap snacks and control all five senses. You know what I'm saying?
No joke.
Get the PESOZUH intimate toy, if you will.
I guess we have very little time left. Maybe some advice?
Yeah, you've been dropping nuggets of advice this whole show, but what are some solid pieces of advice that you wish you would have known 3 years ago?
Man, just be yourself. And when I mean by be yourself, I don't mean like stand out. Obviously, like try to stand out, because if you stand out, people are going to notice what you're doing, your talent, and everything like that. But what I mean by be yourself is, if you like see your friends traveling one alley, but you know you want to do this, don't just try to succumb to their ways or anything like that. Because if you're rocking out doing what you're doing, who knows? Like you could awaken what they have in them. Maybe like they need somebody to push them to, like, to be the best that they could be.
So true.
And you could just be like the leader, like not like big bro or anything, but you can just be the one to help them like realize who they truly are.
Yeah, lead by example.
Yeah.
Totally.
Not shoving things down people's throat, not proselytizing, I think is the word.
Yeah, like preaching on the soapbox.
Right.
Yeah. But we really don't have time to ask you a whole nother question. Just want to say thank you so
really
much.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on.
Taking the time out of the busy schedule. We know you wear many hats. And now you're, again, giving us and fans a peek behind the curtain. So thank you again.
Thank you for letting me be here.
No, it was our pleasure. Yeah, follow PESOZUH at PESOZUH.
Follow for Really Collective at the number 4, Really Collective. And
Sanction.shop at sanction.shop. Sundog. DogStar
DogStar
podcast.
Podcast.
We're out of here.